So I did record my other video. Now I'm recording this video. And this has been the day one of I am surviving a vegan. And it was a lot easier than I thought, especially doing, like, actually, what time is it, speaking of? Hold on, I gotta go get my drink. So, I had to make sure. I'm trying to keep a schedule. I'm trying to do what she says, because she know what she doing. But the first day has not been that bad, honestly. Partially because I prepped 3 days ahead like she recommended. And I think that kind of helped for me not to think. Also, I'm not really treating this as like a physical thing at all. I'm really treating it as a detox of my spirit. I will say I wasn't able to eat one window of the time just because it's a lot for me. And it's crazy because it's just like fruits. That's all it's been today. So the first thing, woke up and did the liver and kidney clean. I did the mucus cutter, which is just a whole bunch of lime juice. And then I did the detox, which is, this is literally grapefruit and water. That's all it is. And this is my second one of the day, so I'm on the second one. But between that, I want to say it was at 6 o'clock. I was supposed to have like 2 grapefruits, but I was like literally full. Like, I'm good. And then there's another detox drink that I'm supposed to end the night with. So like I said, it's been really super duper easy. Partially because I plan, which reminds you to plan your foods if you're trying to maintain and eat and have discipline and discernment. So that was really cool. I will say I was highly energized today. Like, I got things done, like clarity, focus, and that might more so be me being hyped to do it than it actually is this. But either way, it wasn't too bad. I also like the concept of like reprogramming my taste buds, because I have a feeling, because it's 10 days, that after the 10 days I'm not gonna want things that are super super sweet, which always happens to me when I'm eating the way I should. Like, I'll eat a date and be like, whew, that was sweet, you know. And that's so extra, but that's so true. So I'm excited about that. I know that, you know, the first 3 days are going to be easy. After that, it's gonna get a little harder, because that's when your body's like, wait a minute, you're tripping. What's going on? I do like how she had it on the circadian rhythm as far as eating. That's something I've always been interested in, so it's kind of cool that that's kind of how it's going. And like I said, the first day is pretty much cool. I'm okay. I'm still here. I will say that it was really hard smelling other people cook food. Like, my partner had some fish sandwiches that smell good as a mother. It really did. And my mind started to wander, and it made me realize that, again, eating is mental. It is a mental thing. So my mind started wandering, and so I had to like rodeo it back. So I ended up leaving the room. Like, I'm not about to sit here and do this to myself. So yeah, I mean, day one's good. Like I said, I have one more drink, so technically no. But I wanted to get this done because I want to wind down for bed, and I don't want to have to still do this. I personally like the liver and kidney flesh, which is like garlic, oil, lime, I'm sorry, water, and cayenne. It just tastes buttery to me. My partner like chugged it, but I was like savoring. I was like, this is good, but I like garlic. So I was like, this is real good. Like, I will say that I'm normally a really frequent bowel mover. My digestive system is really great. I love that about myself. Really grateful I was designed this way. But I will say that it did increase, and I think we got to the bottom. Whew. Not wearing a bra. Sorry, guys. Sorry, mama. I didn't mean to hurt you. Anyway, I think we really got to the... What was I even saying? I just kind of threw my whole thought process off track. I think I got to the bottom, or at least I'm tapped out using the bathroom, like tapped out. Not gonna lie, today was interesting. So I'm really interested to see what happens the third day, because I know that's when the body will be like, okay, what, we got some tools in here, what's going on, what's good. So I'm still excited. High energy, high tempo. I'm still trying to pace myself, but I'm taking this as a spiritual experience. I am journaling as well through this. But yeah, it's not bad. But you know, it's always easy the first day because you're excited about it. But that's why I'm making these little vlogs, so that I remember why I started, so that when it's hard, I can come back and be like, you know what? This is the reason why. Don't backslide. Don't backslide. Especially all the money you just spent. Don't backslide. So I'm excited. Tomorrow I actually get to eat like food. I ate a whole cantaloupe today, which is interesting. And like I said, I was supposed to eat the grapefruits, but I was just too full to do so. But I actually get to eat like a salad tomorrow. So I'm really interesting to see how that goes. I miss chewing, I guess. I just think I miss my bad habits. I think this is around the time I'd get a snack and climb in bed and binge on something to watch and, you know, fall asleep that way. And be okay with my life. But am I really? No. And just to expound on what I talked about in the first video, when I was explaining why, yes, I'm going plant-based. I kind of use food as armor. Like, I built armor to feel safe. And so a lot of the habits that I have are based on security, or what makes me feel in control. And I really just have to get my body out of remembering that. Because your body has its own memory. And that's what makes it hard to break things. Most things are psychological. They almost have nothing to do with anything else. We've convinced ourselves because, you know, it's easier said than done, but it's really psychological. You attach certain things to certain other things, and that becomes your habit, that becomes your lifestyle. Best example, like why it's hard for a lot of people to stop smoking. Is there nicotine? Yes, but nicotine is a natural occurring chemical in tobacco. It doesn't really matter what type of tobacco you smoke. But what becomes really truly hard for people is you associate smoking tobacco after you eat food, on long car trips. You know, you smoke when you drink. You know, you smoke when you're stressed. Maybe during your break at work you smoke. So you start to associate certain aspects of your day with smoking. And so breaking that habit means having to cultivate something else to go there, because you have found a crutch and now you feel naked, and that's normally when all those thoughts kind of like, oh, you need it, you should, you go. Speaking of smoking, if you are trying to smoke, I smoked for a decade, and I have stopped smoking because of celestial clouds. So if you too are interested and slowing down and finding like a natural alternative that also helps you on a spiritual level, please, please, please visit Energetic Indigo, a purchase with me with our celestial blends. But yeah, like, that was another thing that I let go this year. And I'm letting go of drinking too. Like, there's just so many things I have to let go because of all of them are entangled with one another. They have true entanglement. You know, the true entanglement that really, really affects you. It's just like sometimes you don't even realize you smoke because you drink. And you drink because you smoke. Or you drink because, or like for me, like if I drink really heavily, the next day I want to eat nothing but shit. Like Waffle House type shit. Like I want an egg and cheese sandwich. I want some pasta. Like I want really oily and high acidic foods. But I associate that with the night after partying, you know, or the night after drinking. And then I realized that, you know, anytime, and because of that, that means I really truly have to stop drinking until I get a hold of my eating, because then I'll make the excuse to get drunk, which I just did, to get drunk, to eat the way I want to eat, or have a valid reason for eating this way. So I had to attack that too. Like, you might be a kombucha ass person right now. That really might be your life. And I mean, you spent so many years drinking. Does it really bother you to not drink? Like, and that's what I had to do with smoking too. Like, I've been smoking for a decade. I think I started smoking at the age of 18. And I stopped like, 2 months before my birthday, because one, I'm also a rapper and a singer, and it just affects my voice a lot. And I had to decide what was more important to me. Was smoking more important to me? Like smoking these chemically processed like cancer sticks, was that important to me? Or was actually doing my passion important to me? So there was that. And then I realized that I was also kind of fixated on smoking in general, like the whole process of smoking. And that's really where Celestial Clouds came from. I was, you know, making some tea. And I'm really obsessed with like the celestial bodies and what they rule over down here. And, you know, I have whole books dedicated to like crystals and who they're ruled by, and herbs and who they're ruled by. One of these days, it's on the bookshelf back there. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on back there. And I have some on my desk right here. And then of course some in the basement as well. But I don't know, something was just like, and I was smoking weed at the time, which I also stopped. Like, isn't that crazy? Who am I? I don't know. I stopped, like, I'm not gonna say I stopped smoking weed. I just am not a stoner. I've let that go. I literally will do it to celebrate. Like, I celebrated with my friend. I smoked with her. And there was another time that I smoked, but I literally gave up smoking. And I think at the time, just to backtrack, at the time, I was like, every time I smoke weed, I always want a Black and Mild, and I'm just over it. I'm over it. I know I don't like it. Like, have you ever had that where you really don't even like what you're doing, but you're so used to doing it, you can't stop yourself? That's where I was. And then I realized how crazy I sounded to myself to say that. Like, so you don't even really like the smell. It kind of bothers your mouth. You feel winded. It doesn't produce any result, and you pride yourself on being a result-based person, and you're spending money on it for what? So I was rolling up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put some lavender in here. And then I started researching really heavy on the different planetary rulers, and that definitely led to like understanding like not only the physical benefits you get from the herbs, but like the metaphysical benefits you get from these herbs. So I just started whipping, and Virgo came out to be like, and that's still probably one of, you know, but I have Virgo placements, so stuff like that I need. that became one of my favorite blends, you know? So with this whole eating thing, I said all of that to say, with this whole eating thing and detoxing, what I really like about it is I'm now deconstructing the pairing processes, what I pair eating with, you know. I pair eating with watching, you know, TV or a movie. I pair eating with, you know, day after drunkenness. And breaking down those structures, because I really want to use this as a spiritual detox, like I've said before, because I feel like if I just use it as a food detox, I'll rationalize why it's not that important. But if I'm really dead set on clearing my spirit and becoming the antenna that I know I'm supposed to be, because all my freaking guides have been loud as shit this year. Like, boo-boo, can you, like, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, let me finish so that I can actually go to bed on time. But if you are interested in my content, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more content like this. Again, I'm doing this as accountability. If you want to follow my brain, you can follow me on innerGindigo on all platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will see you guys when I see you.
Bulletproof vest, I see the fear in my reflection, not destruction of